Imagine you are out in the wilderness and suddenly an unexpected situation arises. Perhaps you took a wrong turn or the weather shifted dramatically. You need to attract attention and quickly. To ignite a signal fire quickly, you need to expertly gather and prepare the right materials. Finely divided tinder, progressively larger kindling, and ample fuel, all arranged in a manner that ensures excellent airflow for rapid ignition. This meticulous preparation is key to turning a spark into a roaring, life-saving signal. The core principle behind igniting any fire, especially a quick signal fire, is understanding the fire triangle: heat, fuel, and oxygen. Your goal is to apply sufficient heat to a small, easily ignitable fuel source, called tinder, in the presence of adequate oxygen. Tinder catches fire fast because it has a large surface area relative to its mass, allowing it to heat up rapidly and reach its ignition temperature. Kindling then bridges the gap between the small tinder flames and the larger, more substantial fuel, steadily increasing the heat output. Without proper airflow, the fire will simply suffocate, no matter how good your materials are. First, select your location with care. Choose a clear, elevated spot that is visible from as many directions as possible, ideally near an open area. Make sure it is free of overhead obstructions and away from highly flammable ground cover to prevent wildfires. Next, gather your materials. You will need 3 categories: tinder, kindling, and fuel. Tinder is your ignition starter. Look for very dry, fibrous materials like birch bark shavings, fine wood dust, dead dry grass, cotton lint from your pocket, or the feathery outer layers of certain plants. It should feel like it would easily ignite from a spark or flame. Gather enough to fill both hands. Then, collect kindling. This includes twigs ranging from the thickness of a toothpick to that of a pencil. Snap them to ensure they are dry. You will need a generous armload of these. They will catch fire from the tinder and help establish a stable flame. Finally, gather your main fuel. This is larger wood, from wrist-thick branches to small logs, that will sustain the fire and produce significant heat and smoke. Ensure this wood is also dry. Always collect more than you think you will need, as a signal fire needs to burn brightly and for an extended period. Now, construct your fire lay. A teepee shape is excellent for quick ignition. Place a small bundle of your tinder in the center. Lean the smallest kindling twigs around the tinder, forming a conical or teepee shape, leaving an opening for oxygen and for your ignition source. Gradually add slightly larger kindling to this structure, always ensuring plenty of gaps for air circulation. This graduated approach is crucial for building heat efficiently. When you are ready to ignite, use your most reliable fire starter. A lighter or waterproof matches are ideal. A ferro rod, when struck correctly, produces extremely hot sparks. Apply the spark or flame directly to the center of your tinder bundle. Once the tinder ignites, gently blow on the base of the flame to provide more oxygen, carefully adding your smallest kindling until the fire is self-sustaining. Only then should you begin to add your larger fuel wood, again, gradually building the size of the fire. To transform your burning fire into an effective signal, you will need to create dense smoke. Once your fire is well established and burning strongly, add green, leafy branches, fresh moss, or even a small amount of damp material to the flames. These items will smolder and produce thick columns of white smoke, which is far more visible from a distance than flames, especially during daylight hours. Having multiple ignition sources is always a wise strategy. A waterproof container with cotton balls soaked in petroleum jelly, a small fire starter kit, and a good knife can make all the difference in an urgent situation. Regular practice in controlled environments will hone your skills and boost your confidence when it truly matters. Igniting a signal fire quickly is not just about having a lighter. It is about deliberate planning, understanding the elements of fire, and meticulous preparation of your materials. By focusing on a clear location, gathering the right tinder, kindling, and fuel, and building a well-ventilated fire lay, you dramatically increase your chances of attracting attention and securing a timely rescue, turning a potentially desperate situation into one of hope.